Hey guys, I'm back working on the Big Bear. Today we are going to do the valve adjustment. So your intake valve is going to be 0.06 to 0.10 millimeter, and your exhaust valve is going to be 0.16 to 0.20 millimeter. And there are your inch. In order to do this job, you're going to need yourself some feeler gauges, a 10 millimeter wrench, and a flathead screwdriver. You're going to want to find the wrench, I guess. First thing you got to do is, once again, get the top dead center. So, T on the flywheel, like before, lined up with the notch in the side case. You can't really see the one on the cam anymore because it's covered up, but you're going to put a screwdriver into the cylinder, make sure the piston's at the top, and your rockers should be floating again, just like we did last time. I'm going to get you set up on the tripod, and we'll get to adjusting. Okay, so yeah, usually you use a Phillips or a flathead to adjust that valve, but I got here a 5 millimeter socket, and that does it. It's real weird, but that's what this is. So go ahead and loosen that nut, and then we're going to slide our feeler gauge in between, and we're going to tighten get the wrench in there as well. You're going to tighten that top nut down, not the one that the wrench is on, just the top one, until your feeler gauge has some drag. Okay? Now, you don't want it to be so much to where you can't slide the feeler gauge in and out, but you want to be able to feel some resistance. You might have to do it a few times to get that right. That's perfect. So, once again, just tighten her up. Hold that on to keep it from spinning. Give it a little torque. Beautiful. And that is our intake valve done. Let's move on to the exhaust. Alright, so remember, for our exhaust valve, we are at a tolerance of 0.16 to 0.20 mil. So I'm going to go ahead in the middle. We're going to be at 0.18. Same process over here. Go ahead and crack this nut loose. And when you make it looser, you run the, less probability of, whenever you go to screw it down, that it will spin the nut. So in this case, I'm finding that the angle is really affecting how tight that is. So it does need to be tighter because of the angle that I'm putting it in at. It feels like it's tighter than it is because of the confined space. So it's always good to be sure than to mess up and have to do it again. So, yeah. Alright, so now that the valves are adjusted, the only thing left to do is to put that cover back on. the rest of the covers and get the gas tank back on and see if she fires. Fingers crossed. Okay, let's see what happens. Thanks for joining us, and catch you next week for another video.